Hi there, guys, and welcome to Behind the Crypto podcast. My name's Mike Graham, and I'm your guest and host as we go on incredible adventures talking to some of the sharpest and brightest minds in the Web3 crypto space. And today's guest is none other than Konstantin, CEO of Mezen.io. Konstantin, it's great to have you with us, my friend.
Yes, Mike, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to speak to you, and thank you for having me.
Well, listen, I guess as a, it's great to have you on the show. It's great to have you as a guest. I'm super interested to learn more about Mezen and kind of see how you got into the space. But maybe just as a brief intro to the listeners, to the guests of the podcast, people who maybe don't know who you are, perhaps listen, who is Konstantin and what is Mezen about? Just a short intro of yourself would be amazing.
Sure. So, a few words about Mezen first. And at Mezen, we try to partner with Web3 projects to make our world a better place, of course. And we do so by helping our clients to grow and to find the best solutions and decisions for them, so that they can shape the Web3 narrative. And we assist founders in strategy development, M&As, due diligence, tokenomics, fundraising, and much more. And at the moment, we are building a community of Web3 founders in my personal account on X. And so we'll be able to share this knowledge and experience between each other. So we will grow together. So I would be glad if you will subscribe there. And it would be really, really lovely.
What is, that's amazing. That's fantastic. What is the X, just so that people can follow you easily?
Yes, it is. Well, it is my surname. It is 0x Molodych. It's
0x
yeah.
Molodych. Listen, for the people that maybe struggle with that, how do we spell that?
Yes, Molodykh.
Amazing. And basically,
Yeah.
if people follow you on there, they can get what you're kind of sharing interactions of what you're doing in the space. You're building a community of founders. Like what is the narrative that you're sharing?
Yes, so we try to share the problems and the solutions of what we see in the market and what our clients are facing at the moment. And of course, everybody can speak with me with any of their problems and issues they have at the moment, and probably we can share their problems so we can solve it together by our, let's say, friends, our community, and etc. And we can discuss it in comments or in DMs or whatever. So I would be glad to speak with everybody.
Amazing. So at Mezen, you guys are essentially helping projects from the very beginning, right? You're helping them with their tokenomics. You're helping them structure everything up. How did you end up founding? How did you end up starting this business? How did you end up falling into the Web3 space? I think when I kind of have these conversations with founders, with CEOs, it's always fascinating to hear how they entered the rabbit hole of Web3. What's your story? How did you get started?
Yes, this is absolutely a rabbit hole. Once you just try to research what is Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then you're gone completely. Well, basically, I started doing this already 8 years ago in 2016, and when the Bitcoin was less than 1,000. Of course, I bought it
less than 1,000.
Yes.
Wow.
Of course, I bought it when it was so low, but then of course I sold it just because I had no experience in terms of this trading and etc. But anyway, it was fun, and of course I lost a lot of money. But then I tried to dive deeper into that stuff, and basically back then I was working in information security, so I was looking at crypto in terms of algorithms, in terms of cybersecurity, in terms of algorithms and crypto and cryptographic stuff. But then I went to the VC fund, and I started diving deeper into how business works. And we were investing in fintech companies, crypto companies. And one of the problems I saw back then, maybe it was 2022, and I saw the problems that a lot of founders they were great tech guys. They're wonderful. They understood tech incredibly well, but they lack understanding of the business.
Mm,
Sometimes they just started to do some stuff that was absolutely not reasonable, and
mm,
they lost a lot of money. They lost a lot of time. They
mm,
were structuring their business not in a very great way, and uh, I've been speaking to a lot of friends that were working also in different hedge funds, crypto hedge funds, VC funds, and basically this is how we partnered with our current partners of Mezen.
mm,
They were managing portfolios in crypto hedge funds, and we understood that there is a gap, that tech guys don't understand business. And we tried to help them at the beginning for free, sometimes for a small payment, to develop that tokenomics business models and etc.
mhm.
And then it was maybe one project a month or something like that. So it was just a few. Then they appeared more and more appealing for our friends and clients, and basically this is how we grew into Mezen. And at the moment we have a lot of experience in doing, of course, that stuff related to tokenomics business models and how to pack the business for VCs.
Mhm.
But also at the moment we're working with, I should say established business with huge market caps and FDVs. We helped to merge already two protocols. So there were two different, let's say, bridges or two different protocols, right? And we merged these tokens together. We merged DAOs and etc. So this is also very interesting how our expertise grow through these problems that our clients are facing.
Amazing, amazing. I mean, listen, it's so interesting, right? Because you obviously came from it's interesting what you've said there, coming from that kind of VC world or business world, right? Coming into the crypto tech world, because I fully agree with you, as head of growth here, I see it constantly, obviously we focus on marketing, we focus on where's the money, how does the project make their money? And a lot of times, with all respect to a lot of the builders, the founders, the tech guys, they just don't make that connection, right? They think if you build an amazing piece of tech, people will just come to you, right? What do you find, maybe this will be useful to some of the builders, some of the founders listening to this, from that VC background, what did you find are maybe one or two little golden nuggets that you could share that kind of, you look for from a VC perspective that help you to invest? No one has a glass, magic ball, but where you would go, you know what, this project is an investable project. Or maybe on the flip side, what are some things that you would look at and go, this project, no, it's not an investable one.
Yeah, of course. Great question. So I think we should split this question into two. The first is if we speak about early stage investors, early stage startups, and maybe late stage startups. If we are speaking about late stage startups, it's pretty easy usually, just because you have that metrics, you understand if it works or not, if it generates revenue or not, what
Yeah.
is how it grows, what is
Yeah.
retention rate, what is
You've got some kind of track record behind it.
exactly. When you have these maths, you have these metrics, you can just analyze them and understand, does it work or not? But if we're speaking, so basically that's it about these old stage startup when they're at the growth stage. But if we're speaking about early stage startups, it's a magic.
Mm,
Actually, it's some kind of a prediction. But the most important thing, I believe, is founder or founders, a team of founders. Of course, like there should be a problem. There should be a solution to that problem. There should be a market, big market, growing market. There should be an incredible potential. But if we're speaking about what is the potential success of this project and the startup, is it investable or not? It depends on the founder.
mm,
Because I've seen a lot of founders, they are great tech guys, but they
mhm,
don't know how to do marketing. And
mm,
they just don't want, they refuse to invest any money into marketing, let's say. And
mm.
when you speak to them, you just understand that in this setup, they won't grow and they won't make a business. So this is how it works. So there is, let's say, a list of potential risks, a risk of a market, a risk of the product market fit, a risk of will it grow, the risk of founders, the risk of metrics, and etc. So if at the beginning we have a lot of risks, that's why we invest just a few, just a small amount of money just to try, right? But when the company grows, we replace these risks, and we understand that, okay, we see that founders have been working for 2 years already. One of them is from, let's say, tech. The second guy is from growth, marketing, maybe business development stuff. And together they work great. So this is how it works. We understand that the risk of founders vanished. Then we understand how is there a product market fit? Is there a big market? Is it growing, and etc. And we try to understand how it works.
Makes
and
sense.
Of course, yes. Recently, I've read. If we're speaking about Web3 startups, recently I've read a very interesting article by Binance. It was written maybe a month ago or something like that, and they wrote that at the moment the FDV and the circulation supply of the tokens and projects that are starting at the moment is terrible. So the FDV can be 1 billion, and the tokens in circulation at the listing is, let's say, 5%. And you just understand that these tokens will be diluted for the next, let's say, 2 years by in X20. It's terrible. So you should also understand what you are investing in. So if you invest in equity, that is clear. But when you invest in token, you should understand why you should invest and why nobody will sell, or a few people will sell this token in the future. So what is the value? So this is also important if we're speaking about Web3 startups.
Yeah, it's so interesting, isn't it? Because there's so many points that you made. There's so many different, I guess, when you're investing early stage, it's the mentality of the founders, it's the setup of the founders, it's the problem they're solving. I mean, maybe talk to us a little bit about the journey with Mezen. Like, how old are you guys? And I guess more importantly, because you've mentioned a few different things that you've helped. I didn't know that you did the merger of protocols. That's probably a very complex kind of solution. But tell us a little bit about Mezen, the journey, and like, I guess kind of, maybe there's different types of clients that you work with, the early stages, maybe a little bit more established, and maybe, like you're saying, the really established protocols. How is it that you guys, how is it that you guys help the founders and the builders to achieve their goals?
So first of all, we should understand exactly what is the problem of our client, right? So if we're speaking about early stage startups, basically they have two problems, only two. The first one is that they have to raise funds. Yeah. And the second problem is that they have to provide some metrics, some traction to raise funds. Basically, yes. That's it. And of course, investors want to understand in what they're investing. So we can't help with marketing at the moment. This is basically your stuff, not ours. But we can help to pack the business. And we try to solve this problem first of all. But if we speak about established businesses, we helped one company, one founder to sell his stake at the protocol using OTC deals and searching for investors, evaluating this company and etc., and providing this all due diligence materials for investors. We helped to merge already two protocols. Like it was two bridges, and it was two, let's say, DeFi protocols. And it was very interesting challenge, because at the moment, and probably this is where we would like to grow in the future, just because at the moment nobody is doing that. and we see that there is no materials about that. So you should dive into all these situations so deep to understand how it was made, why it was made in this way, and etc. So so everything is based on the problems of the founders. So if they need to solve, let's say, strategy stuff, how to grow their business, we help to develop their strategy, how to understand at which pain points should they focus in terms of, let's say, their clients, their growth, and etc. Or if they want to develop a new one project, so let's say this merger, we can help to do that. So basically it depends on the problems.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. It's interesting, isn't it? Because like it sounds like there's a level of complexity. The more you scale up, the higher the level of complexity evolves, right? And that's so interesting. What do you see as one of the biggest ways that you guys help the founders? Is it helping them reassess their mindset? Is it giving them the right tools? Like where is the biggest value, or where do you think is the biggest light bulb moments when founders or builders are working with you guys where they go, oh, okay, the world actually works this way?
Yeah, very cool question. So we have this understanding of the broad market. And for instance, if we have several clients that were working especially in DeFi sphere, and they were working, they understood everything about DeFi, but they missed this narrative of mini apps in Telegram, for instance.
Yes.
They just missed this narrative of meme coins, and they just didn't understand why they were not growing so fast. And we showed them that there are other ways to attract users, not only by incentivizing them with tokens, for instance. These mini apps, these meme coins, narratives, and etc. So we have a broad view on the market. We have understanding of the latest ideas, success stories, issues and problems of other companies. So we help others not to make the same mistakes. For instance, I think that it is a known story of EigenLayer in terms of their airdrop, that they made an airdrop, and from the beginning the community was not pleased and they hated it and etc. But later there was another step, and EigenLayer provided one more airdrop just next to the first one, and it helped to calm down the community, that EigenLayer understands their community, it hears them and try to solve the problems and to grow together. There are other protocols that do not do this. So this was a good case, right? This is how you should do. And there are bad cases that let's say, founders of protocols just are disconnected from their community, and they don't hear what they want. They don't understand their wishes. And this is why some protocols die, and this is why some protocols thrive, because crypto is all about community. This is 100%.
I fully agree with that. It's all about community, isn't it? And it's actually, what I think one of the beautiful things about crypto and Web3, that I think the huge advantage that projects have outside of the Web3 space is the power of building with the community, right? Not for the community. I mean, yes, it's for the community, but it's not like, okay, I've built a product and now it's done, people will buy it. You can actually develop the product. You can develop your idea with the community together.
Step by step.
Step by step. And I think that's where the magic really happens, right? And there's so many examples in the space of that being done successfully. I mean, listen, it's so interesting listening to you and listening to how you help projects, and it's so interesting listening to you, how you merge those two protocols, and, talking about early stage startups looking for VC. What is the goal? Like, what is your goal in terms of with Mezen? What are your goals in terms of maybe personally? Where are you trying to go as a business? What are you guys trying to do over the next few years in the Web3 space?
Yeah, as I said, we want to make our world a better place, and I believe in that it is possible. So the idea behind Mezen is that we can partner with great companies, with great founders, and grow together. And as we can, of course, there are some projects that want to just make money and that's it. But there are some really great founders that want to do something wonderful for this world. And we want to help them, and we want to grow together. We want to be on the edge of technology and to help our society, our world to really become a better place. I think that it is too, it sounds like crazy and I don't know. Okay, but anyways, this is our idea really, that we want to, this is our purpose of Mezen, and our mission to do that.
Man, that's beautiful. I think, you know, it's interesting with the whole, one of my favorite things that I love about the crypto Web3 space, especially since I got much more engaged in it, is the mentality that in this industry, people really genuinely believe that they can change the world, right? And I think it's those people that end up actually doing it, right? Like in a lot of industries outside of Web3, there's a bit of a, the mindset's a bit lazy. It's a bit, oh, you know, we're just doing this business. But in Web3, you talk to people and they're like, why are you doing this business? Like, we're going to transform the world and this is how we're going to do it. And we've got this technology, and it's just, and that's a really exciting part, isn't it? Listen, I have to ask you this question. You were talking earlier about meme coins. You were talking about, you know, obviously the Telegram apps. What is a coin or a token currently that you are quite excited about, or that you're quite bullish about? I always ask this to the guests. I think it's something that I find so interesting. What is something that what is a token or coin that you're excited about at the moment?
Yeah, so I've seen a lot of tokens and coins, and basically I believe that at the moment, so we should speak about buying tokens and how we should decide, should we think that it is a good or not, if it will outperform Bitcoin, right? Or maybe Ethereum, for instance. And at the moment, I think that we are recording this on the 23rd of July, and tomorrow will be the conference in Nashville, Bitcoin 2024, where Trump will say something incredible, hopefully. So maybe Bitcoin at the moment is the best token to invest in. And of course, today, Ethereum ETFs were approved. And so, yeah, basically, I think that these are the most important tokens to invest in. Of course, we have a look at a lot of tokens, a lot of coins, but I don't know if I should invest in them or not, just because we work with our clients a lot and we basically try to invest in them if these projects are really, really good, because we understand the mentality of the founder, we understand how they will grow. But if we look at what happens, let's say in X, we see maybe a lot of paid advertisements, and that's why I just sometimes don't believe all that fuzz around different coins. But I'm a very conservative investor in these terms, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Maybe later, as the cycle goes on, maybe I will move to, let's say, Solana and maybe other smaller cap coins. But at the moment, I believe that Bitcoin and Ethereum are the best one for stability and preserving my capital.
I mean, that's one of the big things, right? I think Bitcoin and Ethereum, I think whenever we look at crypto or Web3, coins, tokens, there's always that concept of the moonshot, right? But there can also be the concept of the, you know, reverse moonshot. You know,
absolutely.
I think Bitcoin and Ethereum are the two winning horses, where not only can you get the moonshot, but like you're saying, the last thing is that stability, right? And that's, I think,
so this is also the risk and reward. So you can earn, let's say, 10x, but also you can vanish your portfolio. Of course, if we have some time, and at the moment we're planning to establish our internal fund that we will invest in different coins, and probably this will be the next step. We will invest money of our own treasury and of our employees if they want to, and we will have a separate person who will look through all these coins and analyze them. And maybe in this case, we will understand what the coins and are the best at the moment in terms of investment.
I mean, that sounds like a super fun job. You know, that
Absolutely.
sounds super fun. So look, on that, talk to us. You mentioned a few things. You talked about the mini apps. We're seeing a lot of movements on them at the moment. We're seeing a lot of movement on meme coins. I'm personally super excited myself in RWAs. What is the narrative that you're seeing in the Web3 space at the moment? I mean, you're talking to projects that are early stage, more established, and bigger projects. What is the narrative in the Web3 space that you're seeing at the moment where you're quite bullish on that?
Oh, okay. So in terms of meme coins, I believe that we have already done this narrative for maybe previous half a year, also maybe even more. Then from the beginning of January, there was this frenzy in terms of Notcoin and all that mini apps. And also, I think that it's coming to an end. Maybe it will happen like in next several months. What is going to be next? I believe that well, I believe in Ton ecosystem actually. I see that a lot of stuff happening over there. I like how they grow, and I like how they position themselves, just because they want to onboard as many people into crypto as possible, and they try to make it easy. Because if we speak about, let's say, Ethereum or Solana, you have to have that separate application. You have to understand how to buy crypto and etc. But from the Telegram app, you can do this from Telegram, basically. Everything you can do there. Swap tokens, there are exchanges are starting for Telegram. I don't want to name them, but they are very popular at the moment, and they are huge. Incredible founders stay behind them. So I'm very bullish on Ton ecosystem in general. And by the way, yesterday they partnered with Animoca Brands and Mochaverse. Probably you've heard about that. So they said that there is 900 million users in Ton in Telegram and 700 million users in Animoca or something like that. And they just said that probably the total amount of these two communities is about 1.6 billion, but I believe that it should be less, just because if you're in crypto, probably you will be there in Ton and in Animoca. So this is the same person in both communities. Yeah, this is what I'm bullish at the moment.
Yeah, listen, I think Ton, Ton, the whole Telegram ecosystem that they've got. I mean, the founder doing the talk back in, when was it, April at Token 2049 in Dubai. I think they have so much excitement, and they're really moving forward. And I think, like you said, one of the big things is the journey to enter into their ecosystem is really simple, right? Like if you've got the Telegram app, you could be interacting with, in Web3, in blockchain, without necessarily even knowing you're interacting in Web3 and blockchain. And I think that's a huge entry point that they've managed to remove that barrier. So yeah, very exciting, very exciting.
Yeah. And one more project in terms of you don't even understand that it is on crypto is Polymarket actually. So this is one of the biggest successes. I believe that at the moment they predicted that let's say Biden will drop off the race and probably Trump will win and etc. So you can see at the results, and they look really realistically, and it looks like that they can predict the market, and this is this crystal ball somehow. And this works on crypto, and this works on blockchain and crypto. And so this is amazing that you even don't understand how it works, but it works. And I believe that at the moment, like everybody on X have tried at least once Polymarket and try to do these predictions to understand what to have a look in these election race.
Amazing. I mean, yeah, the moment the election race, everybody is every day checking what's happening, right? Konstantin, I've loved the conversation. You've shared some real golden alpha with us. Thank you so much. But before we wrap up, listen, I always ask the guests to share either a quote or maybe some sort of, advice to the founders, to the builders, or to the Web3 community. So it's totally up to you. You can have maybe your favorite quote or maybe your favorite methodology, ideology, but whichever one you'd like to share, we'd love to hear it.
Thank you. So I believe that you should, speaking about founders, and this is my advice for early stage founders, I think that a lot of people try to reinvent the wheel and try to implement tokens where they are not needed. So my idea is that implement tokens only in those cases when they are really needed.
So only do the stuff that is necessary when it's needed.
Yes, because if there won't be this real case for the token, the price of the token will go to zero. And what is the reason then of developing all that stuff and implementing and doing all that hard work to start the token, to list it on centralized exchanges and etc. So what is the reason to do that if the price will go down anyway?
Yeah, and we're seeing that more and more. I think that's such useful advice. So thank you so much. And thank you so much for your time. Guys, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. My name is Mike Graham. This has been Konstantin from Mezen, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Cheers. Bye for now.